Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide, the light that shines our way. Wherever you ride, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you ride, we'll make your dreams come true. Nexa, 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 right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Tuesday, May 2, 2023. In the headlines, Grenadians reflect on the life of Odette Campbell and the lives she touched in and out of the media. Payne family grateful as missing family member is found alive. Regional leaders criticized for statements made against the judiciary. Regionally, Antigua and Barbuda Workers Union and the United Progressive Party chide government during Labor Day event. Internationally, U.S. troops to be deployed to the southern border ahead of expected surge of migrants. Plus in the sports news, St. Andrews Football League elects new executive. Hello everyone, I'm Kenroy Baptiste here at Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Details right after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments. Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. The Grenada Broadcasting Network is heartbroken this evening following the passing of our Managing Director, Odette Campbell. She died in New York on Monday, May 1. She was 53 at the time of her death. My colleague Nisha Paul reflects on her life.
Odette Bess Campbell, a daughter, mother, sister, wife, friend, and a journalist, media manager with more than 30 years of experience in radio, television, and print journalism. A woman who was fierce but tender. She saw the best in everyone she came in contact with and pushed them to their full potential. Mediocrity was not a word in her dictionary. Mrs. Campbell took challenges and turned them into solutions. Up until her death, Odette Campbell, affectionately known as OC, held the position of Managing Director of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Let's take a look at OC in her elements.
It's 8:05 and you're in the right place at the right time. I'm Odette Campbell. Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Headlines. This evening I'm pleased to present a multi-dimensional program. On Beyond the Headlines we do unique things in unique ways, in different ways. It's Monday night and it's daytime Beyond the Headlines. I'm Odette Campbell. This evening we continue our series. Last week we started our elections watch. We know elections are not due until 2023, but in the political game, political field, we know just about anything can happen. So I just got a prompt that I should smile. Probably because it's 8 o'clock and it's time for Beyond the Headlines, when we look at a lot of the issues that we've been talking about on the surface, but we can take beyond the headlines. I'm your presenter, Odette Campbell.
As the managing director of the Grenada Broadcasting Network, Odette made a significant contribution not only in the media industry, but also to the lives of everyone she encountered.
Thanks again. Much love.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prime Minister. So long for now, Odette Campbell. I'll see you again next week. It's good when you can have a laugh at the end of a program. Thanks again, everybody.
Her unwavering dedication and passion for her work were truly admirable. She was devoted to GBN, and her genuine concern for the well-being of her colleagues and the community was evident in everything she did.
Thank God for life. I raise a toast to all of Grenada, Carrick, Pidi, Martinique, wherever you're in the world, following Beyond the Headlines. And to those of us who've made it, let's celebrate life. To those of you who lost your loved ones, we continue to empathize, sympathize with you, and pray for God's grace and His blessing over your lives, your loved ones, and your families. So long for now. We'll see you again next week on another edition of Beyond the Headlines. I'm Odette Campbell.
We will miss her dearly, but we take solace in knowing that her legacy will live on through the lives she touched. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Well, statements of condolence continue to pour in following the passing of GBN's Managing Director, Odette Campbell. Cherry and Blackman Stephen shares tributes received from some of the lives she touched within the media fraternity.
As the news of Mrs. Odette Campbell's passing spreads, some of those she nurtured are remembering the woman who encouraged, molded, scolded, and laughed with them. No stranger to the media landscape in Grenada, Mrs. Campbell had a good eye for talent, as reflected in her selection of Blossom Alexis Welsh as a member of the GBN family.
Mrs. Campbell would forever be to me boss lady. She has helped me tremendously in my career as a journalist. She heeded my call and my request when I told her I wanted to get into radio, and she took a chance on me and gave me one of the primetime spots on Classic FM. I would forever be grateful for her and to her. Even after I left GBN, she always helped me professionally. She always offered up a laugh whenever we spoke, whenever we were in contact, and we kept in touch. She would forever be missed.
Whenever Tricia Rubin makes that trip back home, one place on the top of her itinerary is the GBN, where Mrs. Campbell takes pride in accompanying her on tour of the building to greet everyone. She now remembers the woman who molded her career as a journalist.
Odette, you're gone, girl. You will be greatly missed. First and foremost, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for being one of my mentors and all the opportunities at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the trainings throughout the region, and the professional development opportunities you have created for me and others to ensure that we excel as journalists. Odette, like all of us, was not perfect. She had a strong personality, very stubborn, and can be difficult sometimes. Strong-willed, and once she made up her mind about a matter, well, that's it. It was all love, though. She had a big and generous heart. I love you, Odie.
Colin Campbell says he's forever grateful to Mrs. Campbell for the opportunities she created for him.
I've always known Miss Campbell to be the strong, independent, tenacious individual, a go-getter, hard worker, someone who will stop at nothing to achieve, her goals and her dreams, and I love that about her.
Tony Julian and Odette Campbell butted heads over her decision to put him in the spotlight, a decision she was proud of, and one that made Tony Julian a household name.
If it were not for Odette, one of the things I do as a broadcaster right now, that's news anchoring. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be doing it. So I'm really grateful to her. and there have been some memories. Yeah. Working with her, since the late 1980s. It's been quite a while.
Gerard Joseph is another reporter Mrs. Campbell groomed and was immensely proud of the strides he made.
Her work ethic cannot be seconded in terms of what we have seen recently. I, as president, was fortunate to have worked with her, and it was something that it was a learning experience, and she had a lot of knowledge to share.
Philomena Robertson shares fond memories of Mrs. Campbell.
Odette has been very important in my life as a professional, and she's also been a friend. When I first started in media many years ago, Odette was one of the most senior persons at Radio Grenada, and I admired her approach to work, and in some ways I think I emulated that. So when I look back on my career now, I must say that I owe a lot to her.
It was only a few weeks ago that former Superintendent of Police Sylvan McIntyre lost his son, Asher McIntyre, due to a vehicular accident. Mrs. Campbell reached out to him, despite her own challenges. He's now extending that gesture to her family.
I think it's a loss for the GBN family. It's a loss for Grenada, and I would like to express on my personal behalf, as part of an indirect member of the GBN family, my deepest condolences to the family of husband and children and all those who are grieving her loss.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, another product of Odette Campbell, for GBN News.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has added his voice of condolence on the passing of Odette Campbell. A statement issued by the Government Information Service says, quote, "It is with great sadness that Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell learned of the passing of Managing Director of the Grenada Broadcasting Network, GBN, Mrs. Odette Campbell, this morning. Mrs. Campbell was a well-respected journalist with a strong work ethic and a sincere passion for her craft. Her impact on Grenada's media industry will long be remembered, touching the lives of journalists and viewers for over 30 years in the industry. As a former lecturer at the TMI Community College, where she taught media management and other courses in the Associate Degree in Media Studies program, Mrs. Campbell used her knowledge and experience to train and upgrade younger colleagues in the field. Her efforts sought to ensure that all media practitioners were trained and certified, a step she saw as the main foundation in raising the bar of the local media fraternity," unquote. The statement further quotes the Prime Minister saying, "On behalf of the Government of Grenada, I extend condolences to the family, friends and colleagues of Mrs. Odette Campbell in light of this grave loss. May her soul rest in perfect peace." Odette Campbell was a mentor and friend to many and will be greatly missed. Meanwhile, the Media Workers Association of Grenada issued a statement which reads as follows: "The Media Workers Association of Grenada, MWAG, and the media fraternity are deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Mrs. Odette Campbell. It is a great loss to the Grenada Broadcasting Network and the entire media industry. As a media worker, Mrs. Campbell played a crucial role in informing the public and shaping public opinion spanning 3 decades. She was dedicated to her profession and highly respected by her colleagues. Mrs. Campbell's contributions to the Grenada Broadcasting Network will never be forgotten. She brought a unique perspective and a wealth of experience to her work, and her presence will be deeply missed. Mrs. Campbell was not only a respected media worker, but also a kind and generous person. She had a positive impact on everyone she worked with, and her loss is deeply felt by us all. Mrs. Campbell's legacy will live on through her work, and she will always be remembered as a valued member of the media community. MWAG will honor her memory by continuing the work she was so passionate about." Now, the Association of Caribbean Media Workers has joined colleagues in Grenada in mourning the passing of journalist Odette Campbell. A statement issued by ACM reads, Mrs. Campbell, who served the media in Grenada and the wider Caribbean for over the decades, contributed immensely to the integration movement through her lifelong passion, journalism. The Caribbean has lost a great woman who has left an indelible mark on the region she loved and served so very well. Though Odette rose to the position of managing director of the Grenada Broadcasting Network, she never abandoned her media roots as a journalist and continued to produce content with both local and regional appeal. Odette, the lady at the other end of the line with that infectious smile that pests our various forms of communication, is no more. The Association of Caribbean Media Workers is deeply saddened at the passing of Odette Campbell, a true integrationist through information. Our sincerest condolences to our fellow journalists in Grenada and the Caribbean, as well as her family, relatives, friends, and associates. The Grenada Broadcasting Network extends deepest sympathies to her family at this time. This is Network News. Still ahead from us. Payne family grateful as missing family member is found alive. The story after the break.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I get back my side. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Together there's no limit to what we can do. With no wings, fly. And we're so high, enjoy the view. Look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
This Mother's Day, give your mom the gift of music, love, and excitement with Sunshine Promotions Night of Love Concert featuring the incredible Christopher Martin, Sanchez, and Vaughn. But that's not all. When you purchase your Night of Love ticket, you will automatically be entered into our Mother's Day sweepstakes, win a Samsung Galaxy smartphone, and more. Each week leading up to the event, we will be giving away fantastic prizes contributed by our event partners, including gift certificates, product vouchers, and service vouchers. And the best part, you can give the prize to your amazing mother or keep it for yourself. But remember, you must have a Night of Love ticket to win. So what are you waiting for? Get your Night of Love ticket today and be automatically entered into our Mother's Day sweepstakes. Visit GoToFed.com or any island-wide ticket outlet to purchase your tickets now. Terms and conditions apply.
After 3 years, get ready for the return of Grenada's most anticipated event, the Hubbards Legends in Concert, Saturday, July 8th, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. as the best of Trinidad and Tobago. Come against the best of Grenada in the biggest calypso clash of all time. Saturday, July 8th, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. Stay tuned to this station for more info.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the event you've been waiting for. The event of the century. It's the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Sunday, May 7th from 5 p.m. Where? At the National Stadium. And this year you can win not one, not two, not even 3 or 4, but 5 Suzuki Swift Sports.
I don't think I heard that correctly. Tell me again slowly.
You can win 5 Suzuki Swift Sports. Yeah! Wait, come back. That's not all. Plus plus $25,000 in cash.
No way.
Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two.
This is crazy.
5 cars plus $25,000 in cash. This will definitely be the event of the century.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
We're back live, and we have this to report to you at this time. GBN is receiving unconfirmed reports. The chairman of the new National Party executive for Carriacou and Petite Martinique, Randy Jones McIntosh, was shot dead in his vehicle at about 4:40 this afternoon while in the community of Bogles. Unconfirmed reports saw that there was a female in the vehicle at the time of the shooting. GBN was told that McIntosh was taken to the Princess Royal Hospital where he died. GBN is following this story and will bring you more details as they come to hand. Other news, 59-year-old Ann Payne, who went missing on Saturday, was found alive and conscious near Carlton Home in St. Paul's just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. The Tempe St. George resident, who was found lying next to a tree below a steep incline, was rushed by first responders to the General Hospital, where she's currently warded for further observations. Mrs. Payne's belongings, which included some clothes and her cell phone, were found by her husband near Carlton Home. Officers from the St. Paul's police station were able to narrow down her location, which was not too far away. Information received from her son, Miguel Payne, suggests that his mother has been suffering from memory loss for over a year. She has been missing since Saturday, April 29, when she left her place of residence and did not return. GBN spoke to Yvette Payne, a relative of Ann Payne.
4 days since she was missing. You can imagine that she is totally dehydrated, that she is in a state of, I would call, a bit of a shock and in need of immediate medical attention. So I rushed to the scene, and then we found her. The police officers were there. They give us an indication as to the area where they found her and had to take her out of. And then the ambulance came on the scene not long after that, and the fire truck. So I just want to report that from all indications she's alive. She was responding, and so she's taken to the general hospital where we know she's going to receive some further medical attention.
She walked away from, or they carried her in the...
They had to take her on stretcher. They had to carry her away on stretcher, because you can imagine that she's weak and would not be able to walk.
Thank you.
Well, Yvette Payne is crediting the officers from CID at St. Paul's Police Station, whom she said went above and beyond the call of duty to find the missing woman. She said they did a heroic job. She explained that the officers identified as Charles and Johnson and their driver Henry did not hesitate to go down the precipice where relatives couldn't go further, and that's where Mrs. Payne was found. Minister for Labour Claudette Joseph says the ministry is in the advanced stages of reviewing the minimum wage in Grenada and promises a government's commitment to ensuring equal pay for equal work. More from Rena Pett Thomas. A local attorney has added his voice to ongoing debates surrounding statements made by two popular and influential regional leaders at the recently held CARICOM Symposium on Crime at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. Here's Nisha Paul with more.
Sometimes you get the impression that some magistrates, depending on who is the lawyer, their people seem to get a better treatment, their clients. Everybody talks about this, but they talk about it behind closed doors. There is, in aspects of our judiciary, a creeping lack of awareness as to some of the problems which we face. How can you go and give up somebody who is charged for murder bail? Let's be serious. How can you do that? I saw in the numbers from the Bahamas. Where those judges live? On Mars?
That was Prime Minister of neighboring St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves, who has become the subject of widespread criticism, along with Barbadian Prime Minister Mia Mottley, following statements made about the judiciary during round-the-table consultations on April 17th. Criminal defense attorney Jerry Edwin took issue with the Vincentian leader's statements, describing it as unfortunate and calling for a retraction.
As a prime minister who is an attorney himself, Mr. Gonsalves does know, must know, that such remarks does not assist the judiciary. It undermines our judges and our courts, and it is unfortunate, and he must retract these statements as soon as possible, because there has been a groundswell of opposition from the bars in the region with respect to his unfortunate remarks.
Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley's contribution to the discussion is said to have added more fuel to the fire.
Then the jurisprudential developments that have effectively led to people getting bailed for murder in circumstances when I practiced law, nobody got bailed for murder. I was practicing criminal law up until 30 years ago. Nobody, I look young, but I still have a little age on me. People did not get bail for murder. Now, when I look at the stats, not just out of Bahamas, but in Barbados and all through the region, the people who are causing the greatest problems are charged with 2, 3, and 4 murders. Something is fundamentally wrong.
Attorney Edwin had this to say.
When political figures criticize the judges, we are on a slippery road to authoritarianism and to the declining of our democratic rights as citizens and political leaders. Prime Minister Mottley, Prime Minister Gonsalves ought to resile, to retract, and make a public apology to the judges. These are the judges they themselves have a hand in selecting. So it is incredulous that they would make the comments they've made, because it does not advance the fight against crime in our jurisdictions.
Attorney Edwin's remarks preceded a press release from the Organization of Commonwealth Caribbean Bar Associations, OCCBA, led by Jamaican attorney Donovan Walker, condemning the statements made by the two influential regional leaders. The OCCBA has urged the prime ministers in the discharge of their leadership duties to be careful, thorough, and fair, being ever mindful of their conduct, comments, and remarks, lest the prime ministers appear to or become overzealous, unduly prejudicial, and overreaching. The statement reads in part, and I quote, "We certainly appreciate and understand that as regards the public, including the prime ministers, there is a right of individuals to responsibly, respectfully, and peacefully disagree with the decisions of the courts and to question the application of the law by the judiciary once such debates or commentary are not contemptuous of the court. However, we cannot agree that in the public discharge of their high political office that the prime ministers should make reckless utterances and remarks that may serve to or have the practical effect of undermining the justice system and the rule of law. The prime ministers electing not to be circumspect in the aforesaid circumstances is not, in our view, a sign of strength and vigilance by them, but conduct upon which we must comment adversely on this exuberance, particularly in the absence of any allegation of an irregular or perverse ruling from the bench." OCCBA takes this opportunity to remind the prime ministers of the duty of the executive to ensure that our judicial systems benefit from proper accommodation and facilities, and that our courts are properly staffed and resourced so as to adequately tackle the many challenges, including the huge backlog of cases languishing at civil and criminal branches of various court systems. With the injection of much-needed human, technological, and financial resources, the wheels of justice are expected to turn more efficiently and effectively. We urge the Prime Ministers to increase resources to the judicial system and to reduce the rhetoric aimed at it." End quote. Additionally, the OCCBA reminds citizens of the Commonwealth Caribbean that the judiciary is a separate and independent branch of government that should not be unduly interfered with by the political directorate. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
This story to report, students from over 10 schools are part of a science fair organized by the Ministry of Education on Friday, which allowed them to display creative projects through some scientific methods. The science fair was held under the theme Water and Energy Strategies, the Key to Sustainable Development. Colin Marshall Aban, District Education Officer in the Ministry of Education, says over 20 projects were displayed at the fair.
So we had 17 schools participating and a total of 28 projects. We're very pleased with the outcome of today because the teachers and the students have worked extremely hard and the projects are of the highest quality. So we're very satisfied with the efforts that they would have made. Science is life, and everything we do entails some degree of science. And so these projects ignite the interest and the passion for science, and we believe that this will help the children to grow and develop their love for science, and who knows, it would help them to choose careers in science as well.
Colin Aban Marshall talking there. Students from the Westerholt Secondary School and St. Joseph's Convent St. George's were happy to tell GBN about their projects.
Then we heated it using the Bunsen burner and a lighter so we can shape it into our desired shapes of the flowers.
So the flowers shown here, the flowers Grenada won multiple times at the Chelsea Flower Show. Gold medals, should I say. So right here we have the ginger lily, we have the anthurium lily, and we have two types of heliconia flowers.
This here is the Bunsen burner, and as you can see, this is the air hole, and which allows oxygen to pass through it and fuels the fire.
So normally we conduct a lot of school laboratory activities, and one of those being to test if a substance is acidic or alkaline, and we use universal paper to indicate that. But universal papers are usually expensive, so we wanted to see if we could use our natural flower, bougainvillea, to test if a substance is alkaline or acidic. So first we went about by crushing the bougainvillea petals into mentholated spirits. Then after, obviously it have impurities in it still, so we filtered it with filter paper into a funnel, and then we have the pure indicator.
All right, so the aim of the science fair was to encourage students to be creative in the subject of science and to foster a more fun approach to the subject. The fair was held at the Youth Center. It's time for GBN Eyesore.
A good eye catches all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision. Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our eyesore submission tonight features a big, beautiful sunflower. Our eyesore reporter, Nympha Maxwell of Butch Grove, St. Andrew, said, "I'm submitting this unusually tall sunflower growing in my flower garden." across anything unusual? Send your photos and video submissions to our GBN ISA platform via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. The sports news up next, followed by Around the Globe.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Girl, the children are growing up so fast. When I leave here, I am going to take Tevin to get his MMR vaccine.
Kayla was supposed to have another appointment for that same vaccine. But Natalie, I'm not sure. On social media, they're saying that it's not safe. Plus, I can afford to miss work.
Girl, the vaccines are safe for decades. They protect our children. You got vaccinated, and I'm sure you're all right.
Yes, but these diseases aren't out now.
Grenada is open to childhood diseases from all over the world. Today, we have a choice to get our children vaccinated or not. Go get it done, girl. It won't take long.
I suppose so. Anything for my princess.
I want to be protected.
Check your doctor or the Ministry of Health to get the information on immunization against childhood diseases, including HPV and polio, and COVID-19 for elderly persons and persons living with non-communicable diseases.
Hello, I am Pettifer Lewis, the Executive Director of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce, representing the private sector. From where I sit, I can see how volatile both the local, regional, and international economies can be as a result of financial shocks, pandemics, natural disasters, among others. Having the NIS Unemployment Benefit Program is certainly a step in the right direction. This will help to alleviate the burden that arises from unemployment. Remember that people who are employed not just support themselves, but support family members as well. The NIS Unemployment Benefit Program will play a very important role in assisting our citizens to mitigate hardships while keeping the local economy stimulated during future challenges like these. This is a very good program, very good initiative, and I support it.
A mother is really amazing and incredible. Give her an amazing spa experience at Nirvana Health Spa with our exotic cherry rose relaxing packages. Choose from our exotic cherry rose feet care package, which includes jelly feet soak, relaxing pedicure, feet care facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $2.40. Or entice mom with our cherry rose body care package. This includes full body exfoliation, hot stone back massage, facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $4.40. Or why not surprise mom with both packages? She deserves it, right? Call us on 231-6642 or 418-7115. Visit nirvana.gd for more info. Gift certificates are also available. We are located in the Regency Commercial Suites, Grand Anse Main Road, in close proximity to the Food Fair Shopping Center, Nirvana Health Spa, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. These specials go up until June 4, 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Treat mom for this Mother's Day.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Hello sporting fans, the St. Andrews Football League has elected its new executive to manage the affairs of the league. The 6-member team is tasked with the responsibility to ensure that the league develops to its true potential. During its recently held meeting, the executive informed its members of the changes made to the statutes. The new council members are Peter Blair, President, Stefan Benjamin, First Vice President, Ricky Aberdeen, Secretary, Orlando Adams, Finance Officer, Jared Joseph, Public Relations Officer, as well as Denert Corian and Lydon Christopher, floor members. The executive will serve for the period 2023 to 2025. Grenada will host 2 matches in the West Indies Men's 2023 International Home Series. The world champions England will visit the Caribbean in December when they will play a 3-match CG United One-Day International Series, as well as a 5-match T20 International Series. On December 14 and 16, the National Cricket Stadium will be the venue for 2 T20 internationals. The West Indies Men's 2023 International Home Series against England will start with the CG United One-Day International at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium on December 3 and 6. Argentina captain Lionel Messi has been suspended by Paris Saint-Germain for 2 weeks after traveling to Saudi Arabia this week without the club's permission. The trip followed PSG's home defeat by Lorient on Sunday, a match Messi played the full 90 minutes of. It means Messi will not train or play for the French club for 14 days. It is understood the 35-year-old asked permission to make the journey to carry out commercial work, but was refused. Messi has a role as a tourism ambassador for Saudi Arabia. That's the sports news for now.
No, girl, that was
was yesterday. I can't believe what they said that. She didn't.
Mom, can you help me please? I'm having some trouble understanding.
No, you serious?
Mom, can you help me please?
So you all sit down and say that? Okay then, bye. Here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's ensure that you're well prepared for this exam.
Parents, you have a crucial role to play in helping to prepare your children for the CPEA exams. Help them or seek additional help so that they can revise the concepts they learn at school and give them a better chance to be successful and move on to the next phase of their lives. A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express. WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Around the globe, the Antigua and Barbuda Workers Union and the United Progressive Party chided the government during an event to mark Labor Day. The rest of the details in this report.
The Antigua and Barbuda Workers Union and the United Progressive Party marching in lockstep on Labor Day. Their message was they had no trust in the government.
When I look up the word trust, the meaning of trust is a firm belief, truth, ability of someone or something. And when we look at what's going on in this country, we cannot have any trust in this administration.
UPP leader Honorable Jamal Pringle had this message for the party faithful and the workers.
I want to reaffirm our commitment that we, the United Progressive Party, will continue to work with the Antigua-Barbuda Workers Union to put policies that is geared towards bettering the lives of the working class.
He was also confident of the prospects for the party's electoral success.
I am confident that within a short time, the working class of Antigua and Barbuda will see a new government that will put their interests first and work in providing better work conditions and a better living standard.
General Secretary of the ABW, David Messiah, chided the government over the plight of workers in the public sector.
Every year when it comes Labor Day, they gather up at the boss of VC to evoke the spirit of VC Bird, to tell you how they love labor. But brothers and sisters, the message, their track record is clear, that the police, the teachers, the nurses, the working class, the CBH, everyone, brothers and sisters, they're all suffering under this particular government.
Come clean on the Maid Toussaint issue. That's the urging of the new and United Guyana political party. More in this Travis Chase report.
Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben is on record saying that his ministry has no intention of asking his permanent secretary, Maid Toussaint, to proceed on leave in light of her recent encounter with U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents. President Ali, speaking on the same issue, said that there was no motive for the siege of Maid Toussaint's mobile phone by CPB officers at the Miami airport and subsequently the revocation of her United States visa. Now, political party and New and United Guyana, ANUG, believes that the responses by government has been hollow, pale, and inconsistent, and the administration must come clean with the citizens of Guyana with regards to what really transpired. In a statement released to the press, the party stressed that every Guyanese should be concerned that its government is not being forthcoming and honest about a matter involving a senior government official and the U.S. authorities. Quote, detention and interrogation, followed by seizure of a cell phone, followed in turn, presumably after examining the contents of that phone, by revocation of a visa, is a matter of national concern. None of the questions have been adequately answered by the government's response to date, the party noted. Moreover, ANUG said that the issues surrounding PS Toussaint comes at a time when the government is seeking to enact legislation that will see the establishment of the National Intelligence and Security Agency, an intelligence gathering body with police-like authority, but will be headed and managed by a director appointed by the president without consultation with political opposition and the wider society. Early April, the mobile phone of PS Toussaint was confiscated by U.S. authorities while she was in transit to China. She was arrested and interrogated by federal agents at the Miami airport. Her U.S. visa was later revoked.
Further afield, the U.S. is sending 1,500 troops to bolster resources at its southern border ahead of an expected surge of migrants there, according to a U.S. official. The troops will join 2,500 National Guard members already in place to support the work of border agents. More details in this report.
A U.S. official says President Biden will send 1,500 U.S. troops to the southern border.
This action comes in preparation for the end of Title 42, which is set to expire 1 week from Thursday.
The pandemic-era measure allowed the U.S. to expel migrants without processing them on public health grounds. Millions of expulsions have taken place under the policy since March of 2020 when the pandemic started.
Now, the Biden administration sought to end the policy last year, but legal actions brought forward by Republican-led states have kept it active.
These troops will be sent in for 90 days, essentially to back up Border Patrol agents, to perform some of the behind-the-scenes logistical work, transportation, data entry, things like that, working in warehouses to free up those Border Patrol agents at a very busy time. So these troops will not be interacting with migrants. They won't be interacting with individuals who are in detention, but basically they'll do a lot of the logistical work because there is the anticipation, once Title 42 lifts, of this huge surge of pent-up demand as migrants try to cross into the United States, and it's going to be an all-hands-on-deck situation. What I've been told is that these will be active duty troops to start, but they could be replaced by reserves by the end of the 90 days, and that supplements the 2,500 or so National Guard members who are already at the border working in a logistical capacity to help back up the Border Patrol.
A reminder of the headlines. Grenadians reflect on the life of Odette Campbell and the lives she touched in and out of the media. Our thoughts and prayers are with her family at this time. Payne family grateful as missing family member is found alive. Regional leaders criticized for statements made against the judiciary. Regionally, Antigua and Barbuda Workers Union and the United Progressive Party chide government during Labor Day event. Internationally, U.S. troops to be deployed in the southern border ahead of the expected surge of migrants there. Plus in the sports news, St. Andrews Football League elects new executive. If you missed any part of this newscast, the repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. What a day it's been at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Take care. Good night.